Hello everybody, Josh12 back here again with another video, and I'm here to give you my official review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 33. Now, of course, if you haven't seen this episode, please go check it out because this review may contain spoilers. But that being said and done, let's get into the newest episode of Dragon Ball Super. Now, going into this episode, I was very mixed because my first reactions to it was, this is going to be possibly the most lackluster episode of the saga, because the tournament so far, even in the manga of Dragon Ball Super, has been very lackluster. I mean, like, let's just put it out there, the Goku versus Botamo fight really doesn't live up to what this tournament should be, but then we get in transition into other fights, like Goku versus Frost, where shit goes literally down. But here's the thing, boys and girls, the anime, the show that we have both praised and bitched about for so long, or at least in my opinion, I've bitched about it a lot more than possibly other people, but whatever, that's debatable. The point is, the anime has finally passed the manga. Yes, the anime's passed the manga, so now we're in a point in this series where we don't know what could happen on both sides. Now the manga can do whatever it wants, and the anime can do whatever they want, and no one's really going to care, and we don't have any point of reference to have context of what's going on. So that's what I'm kind of going into it, which is, I'm excited, but I'm also very scared. Because if I don't know what's really going to happen, it makes for entertaining moments and very surprising moments. But then again, if they do something that's very shitty on the show, and something that's really awesome in the manga, it's gonna make me bitch about, like, why couldn't you do it more like the manga? So that's where I come in a crossroads when it comes to the show at this point in time, which is why I was, complaining about it so much in my previous reviews, which is, and I know a lot of people out in the comments were like, no, it's okay, if they pass it, that's good. It's like, really, is it? Because now they can do whatever they want, and they don't have to, hinder to the manga. I mean, granted, we're not done with the tournament saga in the manga, so maybe it's going to play off the same way, but, I mean, like, based off this episode, we can already see that they are already doing things different, and of course, I'm going to get to that right now, which of course is Goku versus Botamo. Automatically, it's pretty much a different fight than the manga, with subtle differences, I will admit, here and there. I mean, granted, it plays out a little bit more comedically, not as comedically as the manga, and of course, Botamo doesn't really do anything as epic as he does in the manga, and plus for some reason he shoots energy blasts out of his mouth instead of his ears, which I thought was a weird choice, because in the manga, spoilers of course, if you don't even read the manga or whatever, or check out the manga from time to time, he shoots energy blasts out of his freaking ears. But in the show he did it out of his mouth, so I don't know what was the difference there. Maybe once again it was just Toy Animation just being like, we're going to do our own thing at this point in time. Who cares about the manga? I don't know. But all I can say is that that was the only real subtle difference. But other than that, in the fight itself, Goku finds no real way to defeat Botamo, seeing as how every single blast, every single attack that he shoots off against Botamo is just reflective. It's not really having any kind of effect on him. He's just one giant bear marshmallow fuckhead, so all he's going to do, which is basically what he does in the manga, which is drag him out of the ring, hence defeating Botamo, and of course winning for Team Beerus. So that's pretty much what happens, pretty much verbatim, to a certain extent, like the manga, and of course we transition immediately to Goku versus Frost, or as I like to call him, Good Frieza, because he's basically Frieza, but he's a good guy, and I love that. Now granted, once again, like I stated, they make subtle differences. When it comes to Goku versus Frost, it's completely different. I mean, granted, it has the same sort of outline, but it's basically a different fight than it is in the manga. In the manga, it's a little bit more serious, and it's a little bit more, it has much more of an impactful fight. Like, their fight just looks more badass in the manga. In the anime, they kind of drag it out a little bit, but they make it a little bit more comedic at the same time. Goku, really, I don't know what he was thinking, like, just fighting Frost, like, oh, I'm gonna be a Super Saiyan, like when I'm a Super Saiyan Blue, for fuck's sake. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I don't know what's with Super making Goku extremely dumb when it comes to fucking fighting. I mean, like, this is the ultimate martial arts master, and you're freaking making him a stupid fighter in Super. I don't know what Toei Animation's thinking. I don't know what the writers are thinking, but that's just dumb. But at the end of the day, the fight was awesome, and it was cool to see Frost go to action. I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, like, I never, like I said in my last episode review, I never thought I would live long enough to see a good version of Frieza, and we finally got that. It was cool to see, you know, Frost, like, show up. He's like, you know, good match. He says his piece to all the, you know, Z Warriors and stuff. Krillin's kind of like bitching. Champa's a little asshole. And then we get little flashbacks of, like, Frost in his own universe and how he's taking out bad guys, and paparazzi love him, and babies kissing babies, and alien babies that look fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck that race is, but it's fucking cool that we got some context of, like, aliens in another planet. That's freaking cool. There was a lot of awesomeness when it comes to Frost. But then, let's get into the fight. So Frost, very much like in the manga, transitions towards his transformation because, like Frieza, he has multiple transformations. Like, you think this is my final form? You know, he gets another one. And, you know, it continues like that. But then again, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan, which is a big debacle. Now, granted, I know a lot of people on the internets, if you will, specifically YouTube, have been bitching about the Super Saiyan transformation. A lot of people are debating, like, why, you know, is it, you know, what the hell is going on? What's the purpose of that? I really don't care. All I know is that it's kind of dumb that they did it in the first place. Super Saiyan transformation's kind of irrelevant, but he did it anyways because, once again, Toei Animation or whoever's writing these episodes really doesn't know how to write Goku anymore, but that's just my point of view, especially in this episode, but that's just me. But overall, they move on from that. Goku becomes Super Saiyan, Frost becomes his final form, very similar to Frieza's, of course. They go into battle. Goku's pretty much whooping Frost's ass. Like, Frost, he's got nothing on Goku, let's put it out. The Goku's a fucking god. He's a Super Saiyan Blue. He can't fucking touch his ass, he's done. And Frost does something in this fucking fight where I'm pretty sure lit the internet on fire. I don't know, I haven't been looking for the past couple hours. I don't know at this point in time. But let's just put out there, when the fight ended, and the result was the way it played out, I wish I did a reaction to what happened, because my jaw dropped, literally, almost animated funny, and my eyes rolled back into the back of my head. It was fucking insane. I did not know, I was surprised the way they did it, and at first I was gonna get on this review, and I was gonna bitch about it. I was gonna complain, I was gonna sue, I was gonna shit all over everybody, I was gonna say fuck you, fuck this show, fuck but then again, I'm gonna take a step back and say, it's actually probably a good thing the way the fight ended. Now, spoilers, up until this point, but Goku loses his fight against Frost in the tournament. Yes, Goku actually loses. Goku, the strongest fighter in Beerus' team. Unless Monaka has, like, some kind of secret nipple attacks, he's basically the best fucking fighter on the fucking team. And he lost as a Super Saiyan, which is baffling. Even in the way they did it was baffling. I don't even understand. I don't know, was it magic? Was it some kind of anime mumbo jumbo? I don't fucking know. The point is, he fucking lost the fight. Goku lost the fight against Frost, who is a inferior fighter to Goku. I mean, like, for fuck's sake. He was kicking his ass as a Super Saiyan. He wasn't even Super Saiyan Blue. That's how insanely cheap and poor and fucking unnecessarily strong these fucking fighters are on Champa's team, which just continues to prove the fact that Champa just sucks. He's just stupid, and he has no idea if any of his team are even powerful. Although I'm putting my money on Heat. I'm just saying, Heat, whatever the fuck that purple Pycon cell looking motherfucker's name is, I'm putting my money on him. I'm just saying, the intro kind of makes you think, like, there's something up with that guy. He's not talking, he's not responsive. I'm just saying, I'm speculating for a second. There's something up with that guy. I'm putting my money on him. He's got something up his sleeves, and he actually has sleeves. I don't know what the fuck they do, but I'm just saying, he fucking has something. He's got like a trench coat built in his body. He's a badass. Anyways, Goku loses, and I feel like it's kind of a good thing because it gives the opportunity for other Z fighters to fight in this tournament and have a chance of actually winning opponents. Now, granted, we've seen the teaser, the trailers for future episodes, and we see that Piccolo will be obviously facing off against Frost. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure if Super Saiyan Goku can kick ass, I'm pretty sure Piccolo can, because Piccolo, I would debate that he is stronger than a Super Saiyan. I'm guessing. I don't know if he's stronger than Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3, or obviously not Super Saiyan God, but I'm pretty sure he's stronger than Super Saiyan, so I'm guessing that Piccolo, he'll do good, especially if he, like, stays away from Frost and doesn't, like, get, touched with his magical mumbo-jumbo, whatever the fuck that was. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's a good thing, and it also feels like a good throwback to the Cell games, where, like, Goku was the first fighter in the Cell games, and he lost in the Cell games and left it for the opportunity for Gohan to fight. Although it was for different circumstances, it was mostly done as, like, hey, this is how Cell fights, and so like, all his moves and his statistics and, his power levels and all that kind of stuff, so you can take him on head on, knowing all his moves and stuff like that. So I get it, but and it's more, in this context, it's more of a comedic where it's like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Am I in the Twilight Zone? What the fuck? How did Goku lose? He's a Super Saiyan Blue, you sons of bitches. How the fuck he lost against a Frieza asshole who's not even as powerful as Golden Frieza? I mean, granted, maybe he has a golden, I don't know. The point is, it was fucked up, folks. It was surprising, which was good, although I will admit it was stupid, but it was awesome at the same time. But granted, that's pretty much the whole episode. It just leads up for future fights in the tournament. Of course, we're going to get Piccolo versus Frost, and that's cool. My money's on Heat. Fuck the Saiyan kid. From the looks of it, he doesn't even have transformation, so fuck him. He's not going to do it. The robot, come on. Come on. He's basically going to beat Potamo. Heat. I'm putting my money on him, folks. I'm putting my money on Heat. Look at that intro. He's a badass. He doesn't give a fuck. He's been sleeping the whole time. He's been just like, He looks over, he looks away. He doesn't give a fuck. I'm putting my money on him. I want a t-shirt of that kid. I'm just saying, he looks fucking badass, and he's gonna fuck shit up. I'm telling you. Who's gonna fight him? That's my big... Is Vegeta gonna fight him? Is Vegeta versus Heat? I want to see that fight. Goku lost. Very sad moment for Goku fans, especially me. The self-proclaimed Goku dick sucker, or what, dick rider, whatever the fuck the YouTube trolls want to call me, whatever. But I'm just saying, it was fucked up, but surprising, which is also good. But on the same level, I also have to nitpick certain things. Other than the Goku losing factor, the whole overall episode was decent. I feel like the animation and artwork was a little cheap this episode. Granted, it's Super, so we can talk shit about that every day, but I feel like this episode did have some cheap animation artwork, so hopefully they can fix that with future fights. But overall, it was a pretty good, entertaining episode. The Goku versus Botomo fight was lackluster, pretty much like the manga. Frost's back history was pretty hilarious. Frost fighting Goku was pretty cool and badass. Goku losing was both surprisingly entertaining and bullshit. So take it as you will. But overall, I'm going to give this episode a solid 7 out of 10. I'm going to give my final verdict for this episode is a freaking 7 out of 10. I liked it. I didn't love it as much as previous episodes, especially last week's, considering last week's episode was pretty much the best episode I saw of Super thus far. But this episode was pretty good too, and I can't wait to see Piccolo kicking some ass, because Piccolo needs to kick some ass after his major downfall in the Resurrection F Saga. Hell, I'll put it out there. I think the fight with Frost is pretty much defeats all of Frieza's fights in freaking the Resurrection F Saga. Yeah, I just said it. Fuck it. Resurrection F Saga fights sucked ass. Frost is where it's at. But my money's on Heat. My money's on Heat. My money's on that fucking guy, the purple guy. My money's on him. I'm just saying. Or her, I don't know. Species, I don't fucking know. Anyways, comment below and let me know what you personally thought about this episode. Were you surprised? Are you angry? Do you call bullshit? What are your thoughts on Super Saiyan making a comeback for reasons? I don't know. What are your personal thoughts on the future battles and contestants of Universe 6? Does Champa just suck now because he doesn't even know the power levels of his own freaking teammates? And what are your personal thoughts on, obviously, Goku losing, the future of Frost's fight with Piccolo, stuff like that? What are your personal thoughts? And, of course, your speculations on specifically Heat. Let me know down below. And, of course, let me know what your personal thoughts on the anime surpassing the manga in storytelling. I'm personally not a big fan of that. However, it's going to be very interesting to see where they both go, because you can already tell that they're taking drastic, measures, and they're completely drastically changing things from the anime and manga. So it's going to be very interesting where they go on from here. So let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Shameless plug time. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jock12. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Jock12.